Hello everyone, welcome to our revision class. Today we are going to work with causative verbs and to explain deeper how do we get a causative sentence depending on the tense and the function. Yes, what is the speaker trying to tell us, or what are we wanting to say, uh, depending on the function. Yes. um, the first thing that I want to tell you is that there are several causative verbs. Some are already in the platform, yes, but in the book we were working only with two: the verb have and the verb get, and we explore two options for the verb have and one option for the verb get. So we are going to focus only in those three, yes, in order to make simpler your work. Our first verb is get, yes. We get someone to do something. We make someone to perform an activity by asking, persuading, telling them to do it. Yes, when we use get, we want to give the idea of uh, that action is difficult. Yes, it's going to be not the easiest activity to do, and when we use this structure, we want to emphasize the person who is doing something over, yes, on a scale of importance is going to be the person first, and then what are we getting to do that person. So let's check the structure. We have to use get in the correct form. If it is a perfect or a past tense, we are going to use got. If it is a continuous sentence, we are going to need getting. Yes, so take that in mind. Pay attention to the information that the sentences or the context is giving you in order to correct the correct form of get. The next thing that we are going to need is someone or somebody. That person that is going to do the action for us, let's say. Yes. And in order to finish, we're going to need a verb into infinitive. Yes, to solve a problem, to reach something, to buy something. Yes, those may be some examples. So let's start with present simple. For this kind of sentence, we are going to need a subject plus get or gets plus somebody. This is how you make somebody shorter, yes, and the verb into infinitive, yes, the action that we are getting to do. Let's see an example. I get the children. Yes, here I have get at its natural form because it is first person singular. The children, the somebody that I have to convince, to tell them, yes, I have to persuade them, sorry, to sleep on time. If we have a third person, let's say we can say he gets. Yes, in this case get is the main verb so has all the variation of tense because it is a simple tense, simple sentence, sorry. Then we have the children, yes, the ones that we have to convince to go to bed on time, and then to sleep on time. We can add here always, we can add never, we can add sometimes, yes, in order to give an idea of the frequency that this person gets the children to sleep on time. Okay, let's go to present continuous. How do we form a sentence in the present continuous using causative verbs? Okay, first of all we have the subject. Yes, I, she, they, Maria, Toby, you get the idea. Then we are going to need the verb be, depending on the person. This is the auxiliary verb. If it is I, is if it is he, she, or it, and are if it is you, they, and we. As it is a continuous sentence, we are going to need the verb get plus ing. Somebody, and the action into infinitive. Yes, this is the main verb, and this goes into infinitive. Let's check an example. Let's keep working with the same that we are using. I am getting the children to sleep on time. In the moment, right now, yes. She is getting the children to sleep on time. Okay, and we can add another one to say they are getting the children to sleep on time. If we want to make a negative, we're going to need subject plus is, are plus not plus getting plus somebody plus to infinitive. You are not getting the children to sleep on time. He is not getting the children to sleep on time. Okay, for questions, we are going to need the auxiliary verb is, or are, the subject, getting, and the somebody and the verb into infinitive. If it is a WH question, we are going to add the WH word, is or are, and the same structure. Are you getting the children to sleep on time? Well, in this case we cannot say on time, we can say just to sleep. Is he getting the children to sleep on time? This is how we work with present continuous tense using causative verb get. Okay, let's go with present perfect. How do we work? We are going to need a subject, have or has, depending on the person, got, yes, the past participle of get, somebody, and the verb into infinitive. Why? In this case, have is what is telling us that it's a perfect tense. We use have for present perfect sentences. That have is letting us know that we are talking in present perfect. Have and the verb in the participle, yes. So an example will be, I have got the children to sleep on time say only 3 times this week. Let's go with another example. She has got the children to sleep on time. Again, the variation of the person goes in here. As it is a perfect tense, we need to use have, and in this case the verb got in its past participle. If we are and we are going to see that if it is a past tense, we are going to need have instead of have or has, and the verb like this. For negative sentence in the present perfect, we are going to need subject plus have or has plus not plus got plus somebody plus the verb into infinitive. You haven't got the children to sleep on time. He hasn't got the children to sleep on time. If we need to make a question, we are going to use have or has, or a WH word if we want to ask something specific, plus the subject plus got, yes, in this case the verb still remains in its past because it is a perfect tense. Somebody plus the verb into infinitive. Have you got the children to sleep on time? Has she ever got the children to sleep on time? And then we answer yes she has, no I haven't, and so on. Yes.